Hey YouTube people, so today I went out to my brother-in-law's place to do some horse trading. Came back with a few saws, came back with his farm saw, which I have to do work to for him. I came back with another homelite vi200. Now if you don't know, these predate the homelite XL76. I think these first came around in 74, I want to say. This particular one is a 1974 model. Got the tag on it. These new oil cap, that's for sure. I actually really love these saws. The anti-vibe doesn't do much. I just think it looks cool. And there's no American model equivalent to this. The closest thing is the vi100, but the anti-vibe here is different. Sure, this is anti-vibe. But anyways, we're gonna take a look at the saw and see what's what. So, and obviously this thing's gonna get crank sealed, crap like that, but I'm just doing a general health check. This filter hasn't been cleaned probably ever. It's got the Tillotson HS carb. The fuel line's completely melted off, like seriously. It's missing a screw too. So, bring some light in on the subject. Well, anyways, you can see that the fuel line's not going through. It's like just melted, and where the hole should go through, that line's melted so much it just looks like a blob of black rubber. That's pretty normal. I mean, that's not trashy on the saw, because that's just what happens. People use ethanol fuel, leave it for years, and stuff just dissolves. I mean, apart from the clutch cover being worn through, which is not an uncommon thing in homelite saws, apart from that, it's pretty complete. Like, that go there. It's got the bar plates. This one's actually incorrect to the saw, but it's from like a XL1 or a Super Mini type of thing. This has a rim drive drum, which is awesome. So we're gonna pull off the muffler, which has one incorrect screw, has different washers. I'm probably gonna correct that because I'm gonna be a little OCD rebuilding these because I love these saws. I think I'd have a flat blade screwdriver somewhere. I kind of like just pushed everything over for the purpose of the video, but yeah, I need a screwdriver right here. Okay, flat blade screwdriver. Take the muffler cover off. Take a look at the piston. See what's what. Judging by how much compression this thing has, I'm guessing it's fine. Like, if not, I have extra cylinders, I have extra pistons. I can do a lot with this. So this saw, like I said, this saw's gonna be running. I might bring this one to Tazapalooza. Get running really nice. All stock. I'm not gonna port it. The only thing I might do is when I take it apart, there might be a base gasket delete. This one screws a real train wreck, isn't it? Wow. I need something thinner. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. This non-screw that's not supposed to be here is a little bit of a pain in the ass because the slot is very, very narrow. Huh. I apologize, you guys, while I deal with that. That's stupid. Oh. Whoa. Okay, we're back. I just had to find a smaller screwdriver that had some torque to her. I think the screw that was jammed in here isn't even the right thread, so I will have to fix that because, yeah, it doesn't, you know, when you're, it just doesn't feel right. See the loosening up. I'm gonna have to grind that motherfucker off. Like, that's so. Why do people do stuff like that? Like, really? Like, the fact that it won't loosen up anymore. Yeah, so it wasn't even in a clip. So I might see if I have a better muffler body in general, because I noticed that this one's pretty fucked up. It's got 2 baffles in it. Maybe the original ones did, but we don't need 2 baffles in this stupid thing. Stupid pin. Where is my little hammer? One of the things I'm supposed to get better on this year is to be more ready when I start to make videos, but that apparently has not happened. These older home lights on the bolts actually had retainer clips, which I kind of hate. I kind of really hate them, actually. Okay, so I'll take this one off, because this is not a 5/16 one. But the 2 retainer bolts on the flange to keep everything flat are probably bent over as well. Yes, they are. However, I can't tell if that's scoring or not. Piston might have some carbon scoring on it. It's hard to tell, actually. Yeah, it's got a significant score mark on it. Even though it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Because it's right on the edge of the muffler, but I don't... It might actually not be on the piston, actually. That might just be some kind of crap on there. No, it's a score mark. It's got 1 score mark, and they're on the edges of the exhaust ports. They're clearly from carbon scoring. But like with many old home lights, that probably might not matter any. It's got the polished spot where the locating rings are. This is a 6167142. Just check the other cylinders I have, in case I need another one. Which I actually have a new old stock cylinder that we'll work on here. What was that? I did have a homelite cylinder for this on the bench here just the other day. What happened to it? See, that's not the right cylinder. Although I do have this, which is a new old stock cylinder that will fit in it, if I so choose. Which I actually might on this saw because I like these saws. But we're going to check compression on this bad boy because I guarantee you, even with the square piston, I would guess that the compression's north of 170. And they're like, no, you can't do that with a square piston. A square piston means it's trash. Well, not really. People see a square piston, and if you post a picture of it on Facebook, you'll get all of these people that, well, I would say they don't know what they're doing, because they do, but, you know, everyone's a good keyboard warrior. And if I can find a scrunch, get this fucking spark plug out. And this cylinder is probably pretty dry, and I didn't link to it or anything, so it's kind of just is what it is. Cut myself twice today playing with chainsaws. Not cutting, just doing other stuff with chainsaws, and bad things happen. I don't like what you saw as the spark plug location because it is a bit of a bear sometimes. Spark plug. Maybe running slightly on the right side. Nothing bad though. So we'll get the old compression tester out, zero it out. Screw this little bad boy in the hole and see what kind of compression we get off this thing. Like I said, I'm guessing north of 170. That's just my experience with these homelites. And judging what it pulls. I mean, to make it more realistic cold operating temperature on a saw that's been running, I should actually put a little bit of oil down there, but I'm not going to because I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, throttle open, choke in, lock back guy. Check the compression. That's only showing 150. That cylinder is actually really dry. You can feel how dry the cylinder is. So, I'm going to put a dab of oil down there because there should be oil in the cylinder. And this thing is dry. This thing is drier than a nun's something. I'm going to put a lot of oil down there. Just a few drops. A few drops of oil. I'm just going to reset that completely. Throttle in. Okay, so it's like 160 now. So yeah, it's not the greatest compression for one of these, but we are going to fix that because I think this thing's going to get a brand new piston. And probably different cylinder. You guys look here. So this is a vi200 I was gonna rebuild, but I couldn't find all the hardware for it, and some of the hardware is so proprietary for these. Pain in the ass. But this thing does have a really good cylinder and a brand new piston in it. And this thing runs about 190 psi, so that piston and cylinder are probably going to go into that saw. And that's about it. Anyways, hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Talk to you later.